So review of IDW's The Maxx Artist's Edition. It's not actually IDW's character. It's Sam Kieth's character. He actually created this character and had it before he even took it to Image. But anyways, IDW is doing a team up with him. They republished the Maxx. There's a bunch of the Maxx maximized volumes. And this is one of the Artist's Edition line of full-sized, look at that, just look at that, spot varnish. That's what they call this when you put the glossy part on the flat. And there's the back. Isn't that beautiful? Another spot varnish. This. But yeah, this is actually a first edition, which has a cool little thing inside here that I'll show you. Not even a page or two in, and boom. Take a look at that. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. There it is. Yeah. That is a Sam Kieth signature. And it's legit. If you hold it up at an angle, you can see the impression that it makes in the paper. So I was really excited to see that. And let me see if I can hold this up here. Just look at this. Here we go. Get this down. Sorry, my tripod is awful. It's super loud and creaky, and it is not exactly a smooth operator. There we go. Yeah, if you're not too familiar with this character, Sam Kieth owns the Maxx. It's not IDW's. And he can pretty much take it to whatever indie publisher that he wants. So I believe he had it published in, man, I think it was Comico Primer or something like that, before he took it to Image. But Image obviously is where the character blew up. And unfortunately I don't have a good enough setup to show you every little thing. But if on a few of the pages here, if I go in, you can see that there's, I hope that captures that, but you can see the whiteout that he used. And any other kind of corrections in there. And these are all at the full size that he did the actual artwork at. So yeah, there's a dedication, introduction by Sam Kieth himself. And then it gets right into it. And you can see the blue lines. And they actually, see, this was back in 1993, I believe, when it first came out. So I'm pretty sure they had digital lettering and everything by then. But the fact that he actually put these on there, or the letters I should say, put all of the actual word bubbles and everything on there, cut it out around Kieth's art, the Maxx there, is just really something cool to see. You can see all the blue lines around some of the artwork. If I get close enough there, I don't even know if that'll pop up. And you can see the blue tint that. If I can get that in there. Isn't that beautiful? If you're a comic book or original art enthusiast, seeing something like this in person, especially if you actually love to draw or create, seeing something like this at this size is just, it's stellar. It's a little hard actually to convey how awesome it is in person. I mean, look at that. And there are some pages, since these are all scanned in color to show any kind of stains or any kind of, you can actually see one right there by Julie. And they need to scan it in color to be sure to show everything, otherwise little things like whiteout, you know, blue line, stuff like that you can't see. You can see that he cut out some pattern right there around the edges, the borders of the panels. Let's see if I can get in there and show that. So you can see how he cut it all out, cut the, I believe, zipatone out, put that all over. And these are little things that if they had just done a simple black and white copy of the artwork or just transferred it over, you couldn't see any of this stuff really. I mean, you would, but it would not look like this. I mean, you can literally see the glue. So it's just a really cool treat to be able to see all of this at this size. I mean, oh man, look at that. Just look at that. There's the cover. The number 1. Isn't that incredible? So yeah, I could probably make this video extremely long while it takes me another hour or something to go through this, because it's that engulfing, really. You know, it's just, I mean, if you look at that, it's just, oh man, you can't get enough of it, especially if you're a Maxx fan. So I just thought I would show this to anybody that was wondering, you know, hey, what's inside? What does it look like? Is it worth getting, or is it just going to be, you know, black and white copies of the colored artwork that you can't really tell too much of a difference with? You know, is it worth it? Yeah, it's totally worth it. I think it runs about 125, I want to say. Anywhere from 125 up to 165, I think. It might be a little high there, but I think it's in that range. But every now and then you will also come across areas where they couldn't get the original artwork. So let me show you one of those spots. I'll just flip through this here. Yeah, see, this is another piece where I didn't know he ever even intended to draw a nose there. And you can see the whiteout spot where he removed it. And there's Maxx on the back. back seat of the cop car. I love that scene. You can see how he had done the pattern all the way around. Glued it on. So yeah, we get to one of the pieces now where they don't have an original piece of art, because they don't actually, I don't think anybody mentions in these that sometimes, I thought they just omitted a page entirely if they can't find the original scan. That's not actually what they do. Okay, let me try to get to it really quick here. I'm not even sure all this is showing up in frame there. I need to figure out a better setup for showing this off. Well, I guess I could just drop the camera down a little, huh? There we go. Yeah. Now it's still all in frame. Here it is. This is what I was after. This is one of my favorite images of the Maxx, other than, of course, the #1 cover. And because, you know, it shows all of the aspects of what the psychological part of this whole book is about, including the cheetah, you know, Julie, the Maxx himself. So I really was looking forward to seeing this in full size. Didn't happen. At a distance, it looks like, oh, you know, that's nice. It sort of fits in with everything else, but you can actually see. This is what I was talking about. It being a black and white copy. Of what reason I wanted to do the review, to show people that it's not just, you know, the whole book is not just a black and white copy of the colored artwork. Right down there at the bottom, little focus, you can see that it states that this page not scanned from original art. So they had to take a black and white copy, obviously, of what they had probably scanned in originally for the colorist, and just put that in place of it. Which is, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm actually surprised they even included it in there at all, because like I said, I thought that when they don't have an original piece, they just skip that page. So I'm not gonna sit here and go through every single page, because, you know, that might kill some of the joy for getting the original, actually, or getting a copy of it for yourself. But look at that. This is one of the scenes I wanted to show. The fight scene between Mr. Gone and the Maxx. Now look at that. Just look at it. And if you haven't seen, or if you've never read the comic, but you've seen the Maxx cartoon, it was on MTV back in the day. You'll recognize some of these scenes. Just flip through it in a hurry before the other battery dies, right? Alright. So yeah. So let me see here. That's probably going to be super loud when I play this back, I know it, but that's my tripod. So overall, I would say if you're a fan of Sam Kieth or the Maxx, or both, whatever, I would highly recommend it. Just don't be surprised when you do see certain pages like that last one I showed, or this one where it says this page not scanned from original art, which would be super awesome to see in the real scan, the original art, I mean. But you know what, I'm glad they put it there. But if you've got the money, or if you have a birthday or whatever coming up and you want a gift, it's fantastic. I mean, seriously, I can't get enough of, or I can't show this and the amount of awesomeness that is in this book enough. Anybody remember the air whale scene? Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, I just wanted to share that with everybody and show some of these scenes that I absolutely love from the book, and tell you, if you are thinking about getting it, there's the big spread. That's one of the big spreads I wanted to show. Isn't that awesome? Letting the camera focus there. So yeah, this issue contains the first six issues of the original comic, and I would highly recommend it. You'll be going through, and all of a sudden, boom, you'll get pieces like this, the actual watercolor pages. And there's a few more in there, but I'm not going to show them to y'all, or show all of them to you, because it's part of the awesomeness of seeing it once you purchase it, is getting to look at it in person, right? So there you go. That's my review of the Maxx Artists Edition. Fantastic book, gorgeous book. Here's the spine. I don't know if it's going to focus on that. Looks like no, but there we go. Maxx Artists Edition by IDW. I think you can still get it from their website. I'm not exactly sure where my fiancée, I think is how you pronounce it, got this from. Fiancée. But she said that she got a great deal on it. Oh, she got it from Amazon. I'm sorry. I do remember. But yeah, I highly recommend it, and go out and get it. Support the people at IDW. I've heard podcasts of that guy, and he is always looking to, basically fulfill people's dreams on seeing things like this in person. The work of Jack Kirby, other artists, so many. There's Frank Miller ones. There's the next one I really, really want, Bernie Wrightson. So, well, I want a Jack Kirby one, obviously, but also there's the Bernie Wrightson one. So, coming out, I think this year, 2018. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Go out and get it. You won't regret it. There's no way you regret getting this, holding this in your hands, smelling it. You gotta smell it, right? And I'll catch you later. Hopefully I'll get another one in the future. Not of this, but of Jack Kirby's Mr. Miracle is the one I want. Or Bernie Wrightson. His is on Swamp Thing. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.